All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this evening's broadcast of Heartland Championship Wrestling live on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from Pro Wrestling Mid-America, fresh out of Kansas City, and it is a big show that we have in store for you tonight. And before we get started, the chat room is already alive and humming with Frank Wainscott and Carl Zilla. Welcome, guys, to today's broadcast. And the talk of the town today is Nikita Koloff. I do have the Nikita Koloff bootleg, as GWF Promoter is in the house. Welcome to you as well, Grant. My good friend, and good afternoon. The Nikita Koloff bootleg, I did have a run with Nikita and Ivan Koloff teaming together, and I think that I will put Nikita on the list of candidates for a singles run when a roster spot comes open in the near future, probably back in the Atlantic Wrestling Federation that runs the Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas area. But for tonight, we have a big show in store, as our main event will be the #1 contenders match for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, with VADER taking on Barry Windham. Should be an exciting main event here tonight. Already on the show, prior to airtime, Superstar Bill Dundee opened up the show with a victory over Ron Hutchison by way of the Superstar Bomb. Strikeforce then came out in tag team competition, Tito Santana and Rick Martel, with a win over the Celestial Bodies team of Tom Pritchard and Dennis Condrey, as Pritchard submitted to the figure 4 leg lock applied by Tito Santana. Next, we had a wild brawl between Wahoo Mcdaniel and Jackie Fargo, and it was Fargo who tried to choke out Wahoo Mcdaniel with a belt on the arena floor that cost him the disqualification, but I don't think either of them were satisfied with that outcome, and we may see more from Jackie Fargo and Wahoo Mcdaniel in the near future. And just before we went to air, it was Lex Luger with a submission victory using the torture rack over the Great Muta in an important contest, as we say hello to Joseph Hinkle in the chat room. And that brings us to tonight's opening televised matchup. These two teams are competing in a #1 contenders match for a shot at the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship. Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher are your current champions, and the winner of this match will be next in line for a title shot. Introducing first at a total combined weight of 446 pounds, collectively known as the Midnight Rockers, it is Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels. And their opponents, hailing collectively from Blackwell, Oklahoma, at a total combined weight of 441 pounds, it is Jack and Jerry, the Briscoe brothers. So the Briscoe brothers moving out against the Midnight Express. This should be a dandy tag team matchup, and the winner will get a shot at the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship. And the opening participants in the match will be Marty Jannetty for the Rockers and Jerry Briscoe for the Briscoe brothers. Jerry Briscoe, great guy. Met him last summer at the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame induction ceremony down in Waterloo, Iowa, and could not be a nicer man or a finer gentleman. We'll see how Marty Jannetty feels about that, as Briscoe does take the opening initiative role, and it is Jerry attempting a monkey flip, but Jannetty has the advantage in the agility, and Jannetty hops out of that one and comes back with a back elbow smash to Briscoe that puts Briscoe down on the canvas. Quickly, Marty Jannetty taking control, and Jannetty now with a super kick that just nails Jerry Briscoe and stuns him. Briscoe unable to get over to tag brother Jack, and Marty Jannetty now is in control. and it is going to be an attempted atomic drop by Marty Jannetty. This is a choice F maneuver, so he will need a roll of 8 or lower to complete the atomic drop. And on a roll of 2, he gets him down hard to the canvas, and Jerry Briscoe quickly in trouble. He rolls over to one knee, starts to get up, but Jannetty still has the advantage, and Jannetty with another drop kick just nails Jerry Briscoe right in the mush. Jannetty starting this match off on fire. He's going to tag in Shawn Michaels, and we're going to see a little double team action here as Michaels and Jannetty team up on a double elbow smash, whipping Jerry Briscoe into the ropes. Both men hitting Briscoe with the elbow smash as he comes off the ropes, and now Shawn Michaels is in control as we say hello to Salvador America in the chat room. Shawn Michaels in control with another super kick on Jerry Briscoe. Boy, Jerry Briscoe has eaten a couple of those, and he is struggling here in the early stages of this match. Michaels now with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Jerry Briscoe, and on a roll of 10, it is both men hitting big specialty moves coming off the turnbuckle. But Michaels has the offensive advantage, and he hits with another super kick that stuns Jerry and sends him staggering back into the corner. Jerry Briscoe remains in trouble here in the early going, and now Michaels is going to go up to the top turnbuckle and attempt a death jump on Jerry as Jerry staggers out towards the center of the ring. And on a roll of 6, it is a missile drop kick from Michaels that stuns Jerry Briscoe once again. Tag to Jannetty. Here comes another double team opportunity for the Rockers. But on a roll of 10, it is just going to be a deadly elbow smash by Jannetty as Michaels tried to hold on to Briscoe. Briscoe almost got away. Jannetty got a piece of him with that elbow smash. And Jannetty now is in control. Jannetty now comes with a running knee lift. Jerry Briscoe is stunned. Briscoe desperately needs to make a tag. Jannetty follows that up with a hip toss. Down to the canvas goes Briscoe. Jannetty follows that up with a whip to the ropes. Briscoe resists that whip to the ropes, and Jannetty is going to try something new, and he's going to try for a body slam, but he is unable to get Briscoe up for the body slam. That is a power move, and Briscoe the stronger of the two men, and it is Briscoe with a big tackle off of the ropes, slamming Jannetty down back first onto the ropes, and that is going to be the opportunity to tag in Jack Briscoe. Jack Briscoe now comes at him with a variety of big suplexes up and down to the canvas hard. Jack Briscoe, the technical wizard in the ring, has taken control on Marty Jannetty. And Jack now is going to go for a figure 4 leg lock. Figure 4 leg lock applied. This is a submission hold. It's going to be a 5 or less for a pin attempt, for a submission attempt. Michaels is going to come into the ring. And now we've got all 4 men in the ring, and a wild brawl has erupted. All 4 men are in the ring brawling as Michaels came in to make the save on the figure 4 leg lock. And on a roll of 4 or lower, we're going to have a double disqualification. That's not going to happen. So now we go to the odd-even roll to see who wins the brawl. On an even roll, it will be the Rockers winning the brawl. And on a roll of 4, it is indeed Michaels and Jannetty who win the brawl, as Michaels is able to super kick Jerry Briscoe out over the top rope and then catch Jack from behind with an enziguri. Marty Jannetty now in control in the center of the ring, and it is Marty who's going to go for the rocker dropper. He's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here is 3 or lower, and on a roll of 8, Jack kicks out of that one. Marty tags out to Shawn, making it official. And Michaels now the legal man in the ring against Jack Briscoe. Jack Briscoe is still recovering from the effects of that rocker dropper. And Michaels is going to go with a big drop kick, and he's going to make the cover again. The pin roll is 3 or lower. And on a roll of 7, Jack kicks out, but Jack is now eating some leather, courtesy of both members of the Midnight Rockers. Michaels remains in control. Michaels now is going to pitch Jack Briscoe out of the ring to the arena floor. And we'll see what happens there. And oh, it is Briscoe who grabs Michaels by the leg and drags him out of the ring and slams Michaels face first onto the announcer's table. We may see a disqualification for those antics, but on a roll of 8, the match will continue, and Jack Briscoe now has taken control with some rough stuff on the arena floor. And now it is Briscoe with a lateral guillotine, trying to weaken Michaels, perhaps force a submission, but Michaels makes his way over to the rope to break that hold, and Jack remains in control. Jack now is going to tag out to brother Jerry, and Jerry comes into the ring, the fresh man. He goes for the body slam and slams Michaels down hard to the mat. Jerry follows that up. He's going to tag in brother Jack, and they are going to go for a double tackle. Both men nail Shawn Michaels, and that is an add one double team maneuver for the Briscoe brothers. And Jack Briscoe now is back in control. Jack Briscoe is going to go for a rolling reverse cradle. He may get a pinfall here on a roll of 4 or lower, but on a roll of 9, Shawn kicks out, and the match will continue. Nice technical move there by Jack Briscoe to almost score the pinfall. And now it is a gut-wrench backbreaker. Up and down hard to the canvas is Michaels. Jack tags Jerry back into the match. Jerry's still the fresh man in the Briscoe brothers team. What's Jerry going to do now? He is going to go with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Michaels. But on a roll of 11, it is an incredible neck-breaking clothesline delivered by Jerry Briscoe that puts Michaels back down onto the mat. Michaels flipped over in midair after Jerry took his head off with that clothesline. Michaels is down. Jerry is in control. And now Jerry is going to go with the butt drop to the leg. Working on those legs, trying to take some of that kicking ability away from Michaels. The Briscoe brothers trying to slow down the pace of this match. The Rockers controlled things early, but the Briscoe brothers are on the comeback. And here's another big body slam from Jerry Briscoe, taking Michaels down hard. Michaels unable to get over and make the tag as Briscoe continues. Briscoe with another big body slam, and this time Michaels sneaks out the back door of that attempted body slam, and it is Michaels who hits with another super kick and stuns Jerry Briscoe. How about that? Michaels on the recovery. Tags out to Marty Jannetty. Here comes Jannetty in on the hot tag, and the fans here in Kansas City are going crazy with the intensity of this match. Here's Jannetty coming into the ring, and he goes with the arm drag that takes Jerry over to the canvas. Jerry not able to get the tag as Jannetty is on a roll. Here's a monkey flip from Jannetty that takes Jerry up over and down to the canvas hard. But Jerry rolls through that one and gets to his feet, and it's Jerry who comes back and does a double leg takedown on Jannetty. Great looking reversal by Briscoe, and he has got Jannetty wrapped up now in a Boston Crab. Briscoe came through that backdrop, was first to his feet, got a double leg takedown on Jannetty into the Boston Crab. Jannetty trying to crawl over and make the tag to Michaels. He cannot get there. And Jannetty still in trouble as Briscoe. Jerry is now going to go for the Oklahoma side roll. He goes for the cover on the side roll. The pin roll here is 4 or lower. But on a roll of 11, Jannetty is able to kick out, and the Briscoe brothers have taken control here. Tag to brother Jack. It's going to be another double team situation here, and on a roll of 9, it is a running forearm smash from Jack Briscoe that puts Jannetty back down onto the canvas. Jack Briscoe now in control, and he is going to, again, keep the pace of this match slow and just go with a fireman's carry takedown on Jannetty. Jannetty down to the mat, and finally Jannetty is able to get over to Michaels and make the tag. Michaels comes into the ring, the fresh man, and he is going to be assisted by Jannetty for a turnbuckle whip and a hard clothesline in the corner, and Jack Briscoe now is staggered. Michaels follows that up with yet another super kick. Briscoe again is staggered. Knee drop from Michaels. And Briscoe remains staggered, and here comes another tag and another double team opportunity for the Rockers. And on a roll of 9, it is a deadly elbow smash from Marty as Shawn Michaels held Jack Briscoe in place. Marty Jannetty now the legal man in the ring and in control. Marty with another back elbow ram. Briscoe is still hurt. Marty with a running knee lift. Briscoe will not go down. Briscoe has taken all these shots from Jannetty and so far has been able to stay on his feet. And now another back elbow ram from Jack. Has no effect. Briscoe trying to power up and get to the corner. Jannetty tagged to Michaels once again. And this time it is disaster on a roll of 11. Jannetty and Michaels toss Briscoe into the ropes. Jack Briscoe ducks under the double clothesline and nails both Jannetty and Michaels with running clotheslines. Michaels did make the tag. He is the legal man in the ring, but he is down and Jack Briscoe is coming in for the kill. And it is Briscoe with a lateral guillotine that has Michaels trapped down on the canvas. Michaels does not want to submit. He's trying to get over to the corner and finally does get over to make the tag to Jannetty. What a recovery and a comeback by Jack Briscoe to escape that double team situation. Jannetty now in the ring goes for the flying head scissors and takes Briscoe down. Both men get to their feet. Jannetty comes in again and goes for the body slam, and that's not going to happen. He's Jack Briscoe, a much stronger man and able to resist that body slam. And it is Briscoe who comes back with a drop kick of his own that stuns Jannetty. Jannetty is stunned, but he gets over and tags in Michaels. Jack is going to tag in brother Jerry, and we've got fresh men in the ring now for both squads. It's going to be Jerry who makes the first move. And it is Jerry Briscoe who takes Michaels down and attaches the armbar. Armbar applied to Michaels. Michaels too far in the center of the ring to get out for a tag, and Jerry follows that up with a knee drop onto the shoulder. Doing some damage here. Briscoe now with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Michaels, and on a roll of 7, it is a running back elbow from, it is a big kick from Briscoe that stuns Shawn Michaels. Jerry Briscoe still in control here. And now Jerry is going to roll Shawn Michaels over into the Boston Crab. Boston Crab applied on Michaels. Again, trying to slow down these athletic young studs and make this into an old school wrestling match. Michaels tries to get over and make the tag, and on a roll of 5, he is able to escape and tag in Jannetty. And Jannetty now comes in as the fresh man in the ring. This match is tremendous. We're going on 15 minutes of action here, and both teams still going strong. Jannetty comes in with the flying head scissors, takes Briscoe over and down to the canvas. And it is Jerry not able to make the tag to Jack, as Marty follows that up with a back elbow ram. Briscoe again tries to make the tag, cannot get there. And now it is going to be Jannetty with a fist drop from the top rope onto Jerry Briscoe, stunning Jerry Briscoe. Jannetty remains in control. Jannetty with a suplex. And Jerry is down and slow to get to his feet. Another back elbow ram from Marty Jannetty has staggered Jerry. Here comes Michaels in another double team attempt. And this time it is a deadly elbow smash as Jannetty held Briscoe in the center of the ring, and Michaels hit him right between the eyes with an elbow smash. Shawn Michaels now in control on Jerry. And Shawn with a knee drop as Jerry goes down. And finally, Jerry is able to make the tag to brother Jack. Is it just me, or does it seem like the picture is out of focus? Cleveland baseball fan says it seems fine to me. Yeah, I'm way behind on the chat stuff, but I will catch up with that after this match. This is a good one. Jack Briscoe now the legal man in the ring and in control. And Jack with a fireman's carry to take Michaels down to the mat. Michaels comes back with an arm drag and takes Briscoe down to the mat, but as they come together again, it is Briscoe with a deep arm drag that takes Michaels back down. These two men exchanging wrestling moves off of the lockup, and now it is a big suplex by Jack Briscoe that plants Shawn Michaels on the canvas hard. A big belly-to-back suplex from Briscoe. Michaels is down. Briscoe's going to go for the cover. The pin roll is 5, so the Rockers are going to use their final pin save attempt. But on a roll of 9, he cannot get there as Marty Jannetty is stopped by Jerry Briscoe. And on a roll of 5 or lower, this match will be over. And on a roll of 6, Michaels just got the shoulder up on a count of 2. Jack Briscoe now in control. Michaels in trouble. And now he's going to go for the figure 4 leg lock. Jannetty is still out of commission on the arena floor. The submission roll here is 8 or lower. And on a roll of 6, he got him. Jack Briscoe gets the win over Shawn Michaels with the figure 4 leg lock, causing Michaels to give it up. So Shawn Michaels taps out to Jack Briscoe and the figure 4 leg lock. And the Briscoe brothers are now your number 1 contenders to the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship. And it will be the Briscoes taking on Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher in yet another clash of contrasting styles. Boy, the Briscoes had to take on some high flyers in this match. And in their next match, they will be going against some brawlers. Okay, catching up with the chat, I did hear something about the camera refocusing. So let me see if I can do anything about that in my settings. Properties. Configure video. Camera control. Okay, I'm turning off the autofocus. And that should stop the inconsistencies in the picture. So let me do that, and let's go back and catch up on the chat. Joseph Hinkle is cheering for the Briscoes. Salvador America, welcome to the chat, Salvador. Thank you for coming in today. What a way to open the show. This could have been the show stealer tonight. Yeah, that was a good match. 20 minutes of action as the Briscoes finally take out the Midnight Rockers to earn the number 1 contender spot for the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Tag Team Championship. So hello to Salvador. Hello to Cleveland baseball fan 879. Good to see you here. Derek Bauman has checked in. Good to see you as well, Derek. And I think we are. And now there's some baseball talk about something going on as apparently a trade has been made and Trevor Story has signed. Anyhow, I'll catch up with baseball and basketball later. We're here to do wrestling. And next up, we have the match to crown a new Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Champion. And I am excited and intrigued by this matchup. How do I track time? Asked GWF promoter. I'm just tracking clock time. You know, we started the show at 5:45. It's now 6:08. We've been live for 23 minutes and 50 seconds of time on the clock, and just finished up the opening match. So we went around 20 minutes in that match. I don't formally try to track time in any other fashion. Nick Bockwinkel is your former Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Champion. He has relinquished that title upon winning the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And so the top 4 contenders were brought together. And Steve Dr. Death Williams earned a victory over Jerry Lawler. And Ted DiBiase defeated Bobo Brazil. So it will be friend versus friend as Ted DiBiase and Steve Dr. Death Williams square off for a shot at the for the vacant Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Championship. So introducing first out of Norman, Oklahoma, 6'2", 275 pounds. He is Dr. Death Steve Williams. And indeed, he was a bad SOB without a doubt. But he will be facing a devious SOB in his opponent, 6'3", 245 pounds, out of Omaha, Nebraska. He is Ted DiBiase. So DiBiase and Steve Williams going to battle here in Kansas City for the vacant Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Championship. And I am using the $1 Million Man version of DiBiase. as he has come to Texas and been kind of a wheeler dealer. He brought Lex Luger with him from Florida, and Luger is the third member of this triumvirate. But Luger wrestled earlier tonight, and he is under strict instructions that he is to stay away and let these two allies settle their business in the ring, knowing full well that one of these members of this alliance is going to come away as the new Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Champion. So we are ready for action, and we will go to our championship dice. And the opening initiative roll is won by DiBiase. The opening lockup, they come together. DiBiase with a knife edge chop. That's a power move, and that's going to do nothing against Dr. Death. And it is Dr. Death who fires back with an attempted standing drop kick. A great athletic maneuver by this 275-pounder. That is a choice roll. He'll need 7 or lower to hit that. But on a roll of 10, DiBiase had it scouted and stepped out of the way. DiBiase in control. There will be no surprises in this match from either man. They have been running buddies. They have been training partners. Now they are opponents. And it is DiBiase in control with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Dr. Death. And on a roll of 11, it is a big specialty move, a backbreaker, coming off of the ropes as DiBiase used the momentum of Williams to pick him up around the waist, spin him around, and slam him down hard across the knee. Well executed maneuver by DiBiase in the early going. And now DiBiase is thinking about a pitch out of the ring, but DiBiase is smarter than that, and instead he opts for a vertical suplex. Up, over, and down to the canvas hard. Quickly, DiBiase goes for the cover. And on Snake Eyes, this match will be over, but Dr. Death powers his way out of that one, and the match continues. Boy, DiBiase has been very shrewd to open this match, and he has taken control in the early going. DiBiase, the original cerebral assassin, says Salvador America, and I think that is a true statement indeed, as DiBiase now is going to go for the Cobra Clutch. Cobra Clutch applied on Williams. The tap out roll here is 5 or lower. And on a roll of 6, DiBiase is just unable to prevent Williams from making it to the ropes. And Williams is forcing the referee to break the hold. But Williams quickly in trouble here in the early going. DiBiase follows that up with another backbreaker hard across the knee. Williams slow to get to his feet. DiBiase with a swinging neckbreaker, dropping Williams again, but Williams powers out of that one. And Williams comes back with a standing drop kick of his own on 7 or lower. And again, this time he nails it. DiBiase is nailed by the standing drop kick, and he is staggered back. Williams now taking control. Williams with another attempt at a standing drop kick, and he nails it again. DiBiase is down. It took 2 standing drop kicks, but DiBiase now is down, and Dr. Death is in control. Dr. Death is going to go for a superplex off of the top turnbuckle. This is a choice H maneuver, so we'll use the death jump chart to determine whether Williams can execute the superplex. And it is on a roll of 6, a successful roll, as Williams takes DiBiase up, over, and down hard to the canvas in the center of the ring. Yeah, on these choice H maneuvers, I will look at the wrestler. Steve Williams was not a guy that you would expect to be doing flying elbow smashes and missile drop kicks and things like that off the top turnbuckle. So instead, I'm just going to use the move on the card, which is the superplex, and apply that result from the death jump chart as the game indicates. So DiBiase is down after a superplex from Steve Williams, and now Williams with a doctor bomb, taking DiBiase down to the canvas once again. Doc follows that up with a big spine buster, but Williams is unable to execute that as DiBiase on the reversal comes back instead and dumps Williams down to the canvas and drops the fist on him. And it is DiBiase now in control after that nice reversal. Whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Dr. Death, and on a roll of 10, it is a big kick from DiBiase that stuns Dr. Death. Excellent match here between these two. Another swinging neck breaker drops Williams to the mat. Both men on their feet now and coming together. And it is DiBiase who grabs the hammerlock. DiBiase, the quicker man to his feet, grabs the hammerlock, and DiBiase is going to follow that up with a headlock takeover and down to the canvas. Williams powers his way to his feet, and it is Williams who whips DiBiase to the rope and nails DiBiase with a football tackle. Good reversal there by Williams. He now is in control. Another football tackle takes DiBiase to the canvas again. And now they're to their feet, and it is Williams with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes DiBiase, and on a roll of 8, it is a running back elbow from Williams that staggers DiBiase. Williams follows that up with a big spine buster. And both men slow to get to their feet. Williams still in control with a clubbing forearm across the chest of DiBiase. DiBiase staggers back, and Williams hits him with another whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes DiBiase. Williams drops down. DiBiase comes off the opposite way. And another big back elbow from Williams has staggered DiBiase. Boy, two really good matches to open up tonight's action. As Williams comes in, and he's going to try that standing drop kick again. And again, he nails it just as DiBiase was getting to his feet. And DiBiase is down. Quickly, Williams is going to go for the cover. We'll have a pin here on Snake Eyes, but DiBiase pretty easily kicks out of that one. And Williams continues on offense. And now Williams is going to go with a big press slam. Down to the canvas hard is DiBiase. DiBiase goes down and stays down after that big press slam by the powerhouse, Dr. Death Steve Williams. Now a belly-to-belly suplex puts DiBiase back down on the canvas. Williams starting to put that power advantage to good use here in taking control. Another standing dropkick attempt, and he nails it again. DiBiase staggers, and Williams is back in control. Williams now with another whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes DiBiase. Williams drops down, and DiBiase comes off the ropes in the opposite direction. And this time, it is Williams who sets his head. And DiBiase with a sunset flip pulls him over, shoulders on the canvas. Referee with a count. And on a roll of 3, he got him. How about that? Ted DiBiase reversing that sunset flip off the ropes and pins Steve Williams to the canvas for the 3 count. And that is your pin. And Ted DiBiase has just won with a flash pin the PWMA, the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Championship, on a sunset flip against his good friend and ally, Dr. Death Steve Williams. How about that? A surprise victory for Ted DiBiase. Just out of nowhere, coming off the ropes, DiBiase with the sunset flip and the pin is your new Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Champion. And Williams gets to his feet, and there's some tense expressions on the face of Williams as he and DiBiase are eye to eye in the center of the ring. And after a few moments, DiBiase offers the handshake, and Williams reluctantly accepts. And the partnership will continue on. The dice have spoken, and these two had a good match, fairly contested. No shenanigans in that match. And it was DiBiase with the surprise pinfall on Williams to take the title. And Williams decided to be the better man and maintain this alliance moving forward. So Ted DiBiase is your new Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Champion. And he has retained his alliance with Dr. Death Steve Williams in the process. So everything's coming up roses for Ted DiBiase tonight here in Kansas City. All right, another exciting matchup. Could have gone either way, says Salvatore America. Not surprised by the outcome necessarily, says Carl Zilla, but that method of victory was unexpected indeed. Didn't see that coming. All right, so yeah, Ted DiBiase indeed always a step ahead of the competition as he took the measure of his ally, Steve Dr. Death Williams, to win the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Championship here tonight. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we take you to the main event of the evening, and this will be a big one. The winner of this match will receive a title match against the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Bockwinkel. Introducing first, out of Sweetwater, Texas, 6'7", 273 pounds, Barry Windham. Barry Windham comes out to the ring. He does have J.J. Dillon at ringside. But his opponent, 6'5", 452 pounds, out of the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. He is your former NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He is Big Van Vader. So Big Van Vader and Barry Windham. Windham, of course, your reigning Atlantic Heavyweight Champion, which has put him at the top of the line for an NWA title match. Vader, the former champion. I do not give world champions an automatic rematch clause. If you lose the world title, you've got to win a Contenders match in order to earn your rematch. So Vader is looking for a rematch against Bockwinkel here in this contest, but he's got to go through Barry Windham to get there. And Barry Windham has had a long and arduous trek to this spot as well. And the reason I do that is I don't want two guys just swapping the World Heavyweight Championship back and forth repeatedly. You've got to earn your shot at the World Heavyweight Championship, just like you've got to earn your shot at the Super Bowl. The Bengals didn't get a rematch after losing the Super Bowl. Vader doesn't get a rematch after losing to Bockwinkel, but he has got his chance to earn his way back into a title shot here as the two men come together in the center of the ring, wasting no time as they are going to lock up, batten down the hatches. So Salvador America, this could get wild. And it is Windham who wins the opening initiative role. This is not a championship match, so I got to use my my non-title dice. And Windham comes out with an uppercut punch. That's a power move, and Vader has nothing to do with that. Vader fires back with a big boot to the face, and Windham is staggered. I don't know what Barry Windham was thinking, trying to get into a boxing match with a man nearly twice his size. But Vader now is in control, and another big boot to the face staggers Windham. Windham already in some trouble here as Vader comes into the corner with a running body avalanche, slamming his full weight into Vader and sending Windham crushed against the turnbuckle. And Windham slides out of the ring to have a little conversation with James J. Dillon at ringside. And finally, at the ahead of the 10 count, Windham is forced to finish his impromptu meeting with his manager and come back into the ring where Vader is waiting with malice on his mind. Vader now, he's going to go with a release power bomb. Big move by Vader. He caught Windham coming through the ropes. Big release power bomb by Vader. The pin, he's going to go for the cover. The pin is 4 or lower, but on a roll of 10, Windham is able to get his leg over the bottom rope. Big move by Vader on that release power bomb to put him firmly in control here. And Vader is now going to pitch Windham out of the ring once again. And this time we're going to see some shenanigans at ringside as Vader comes out of the ring, and on a roll of 11, it is Vader who crushes Windham with a spectacular move on the arena floor. Vader with a big body splash that just slams Windham into the steel ring post. Windham may be counted out here on a roll of 3 or lower. He is able to make it back into the ring at the count of 7, but Windham suffers another point of fatigue, and Vader is a man on a mission. Vader now again pitches Windham out of the ring. Out of the ring twice in a row means a possible shenanigans roll, but there will be no shenanigans here. Windham will roll on the standard out of the ring chart, and on a roll of 8, it's the helpless crawl. Windham has to crawl back into the ring once again to beat the 10 count. Carlzilla calling Vader overrated. I don't know about that. Vader was a big, dangerous man. Didn't win as many titles as you would have expected, so perhaps I can see your point there. But Vader is large and in charge in this match, and he's going to go for another release power bomb. The pin rule now is 5 or lower. We're going to see James J. Dillon try the distraction at ringside. That doesn't work. So now the pin roll is a 6, and Windham is just able to kick out. And James J. Dillon now is going to get involved firsthand. We're going to go to the manager interference chart. Windham has hit 3 fatigue tokens, and that's when the manager gets involved in my federation. And on a roll of 7, it is James J. Dillon who distracts the opponent, who gets angry and chases your manager out of the ring. Meanwhile, you recover and leave the ring to get to the opponent. So James J. Dillon distracts Vader. Vader chases down Dillon at ringside. Windham comes out of the ring to confront Vader. We've got a brawl at ringside, and it will be decided on an odd even roll. Windham will get the even roll. And on a roll of 1, it is Vader who wins the brawl on the outside. So Vader not falling prey to the tactics of James J. Dillon and Barry Windham. And James J. Dillon is finished with his interventions in this match, and Vader is in control. And Vader, with a big suplex back into the ring, crushes Barry Windham in the center of the ring. So Vader chased away Dillon, pitched Windham back into the ring. Vader with a big vertical suplex that took down Windham, and Vader is now back in control. And Vader now is going to go with the Vader bomb. He has the option here to try the moonsault, which he can possibly miss. But with this big of an advantage, Vader's not going to try the moonsault. Vader's just going to go directly for the pin. The pin roll now is 6 or lower on the Vader bomb. And on a roll of 7, Windham again just kicks out. Boy, Windham is showing resilience here, but not showing a lot of offense, as Vader remains in control. And now another release power bomb from Vader. And Windham is flat as a pancake on the mat. Pin roll now is 8 or lower. And on a roll of 9, Windham got out again. How is this happening? Barry Windham showing all kinds of stick-to-itiveness in this match, as Vader just keeps coming at him and Windham just keeps finding ways to escape. Vader now with another big suplex, and Windham slow to get to his feet. Vader coming in, and Vader with a power body slam down to the mat hard. Both men getting to their feet. Vader still in control. Vader with a whip to the ropes. Thinks better of that, as Windham is a very skilled performer coming off of the ropes. Vader instead is going to go for a power elbow drop. This is a choice E maneuver, so he will need a roll of 8 or lower to complete the power elbow drop. And on a roll of 8, he hit it. He caught Windham with the power elbow drop. Windham slow to get to his feet. Vader first to his feet. And Vader now with a bone-crunching splash in the corner. Windham still hurt. Windham has the heart of a champion, says Salvador America. Vader coming in with a clothesline. Windham is staggered. Vader again forgoes the whip to the ropes and comes back with another attempt at a power elbow drop. 8 or lower, he'll hit it. And on a roll of 5, he connects. And Windham is now going to leave the ring. Windham rolls out of the ring on his own accord. And on a roll of 6, that is the best man wins roll. Windham is B out of the ring, and Vader is A, so Vader wins the brawl on the arena floor, and action continues with Vader in control. And Vader now is going to go for another splash in the corner. Vader is dominating in this match. Vader with a big boot to the face. Windham still staggered. Vader follows that up with another running body avalanche. Windham still on his feet. Vader with another big boot to the face. Windham still will not go down. Vader's going to try that power elbow smash once again. And this time Windham gets out of the way of that one, and Vader crashes to the mat hard. Will we see a rally from Windham here? Windham with a big power slam, and now it is Vader who leaves the ring. Vader goes out of the ring. And on a roll of 6 on the Vader chart, that is an A, and Vader wins the brawl on the arena floor. We may see a disqualification here. No, we will not. Vader back in control after pummeling Windham with those big fists and forearms, and then smashing Windham face first onto the steel security railing at ringside. Vader back in control, and out of the ring we go again. And this time we will go to the out of the ring again chart for Ringside Mayhem. What is going to happen here? Ringside Mayhem erupting. It is going to be a foreign object. We go to the foreign object table. The ring steps have been introduced into this match. It is a gut check roll, and the gut check roll strongly favors Vader because Windham's got those 5 points of fatigue. And so it is Vader who wins the gut check roll. He slams the ring steps onto the head of Barry Windham. That costs Windham a point of fatigue, although it does lead to a disqualification roll for Vader. There's one. On a roll of 5 or lower, Vader will be disqualified. And the referee uses some questionable discretion there. He is going to allow Vader to get away with slamming Windham with the ring steps. And now Vader is going to go once again for the Vader bomb. He's going to go for the cover. The pin rating now is 1, 2, 3 plus 6 is 9 or lower. And on a roll of 10, Windham gets out again. I do not believe it. Oh my goodness, Windham is just a man on a mission, but he is fighting a losing battle here against Vader. And Grant, if you want me to, I can post that chart. That's my own homebrew creation. I'll put that up on Discord or someplace that other people can use that. So Windham has kicked out once again. Vader still in control. Another Vader bomb coming. Now it's a 10 or lower. And on a roll of 9, Windham finally is pinned. Oh my goodness gracious. What a match from Barry Windham. He took a grand total of 8 fatigue tokens in that match before Vader wins it with the Vader bomb. So Vader gets his rematch against Nick Bockwinkel. That match will be 2 weeks from tonight at our spring supercard known as Dawn of Destiny. So at Dawn of Destiny 2022, that's our WrestleMania equivalent match. It will be Vader squaring off against Nick Bockwinkel for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Dawn of Destiny is also the time where we do our annual Money in the Bank ladder match. And the winner of that will get the next World Heavyweight Championship title match. I don't do the briefcase shenanigans, but I do a ladder match. We'll put Windham in that ladder match based on the quality of his performance here tonight, and we'll probably see some other various contenders from around the territories alongside Barry Windham in the ladder match at Dawn of Destiny 2022. But the main event will be Vader versus Bockwinkel in a rematch for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. What a show we have seen here tonight. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. 3 really good matches. Windham absorbed quite a beating indeed, says Salvador America, at the hands of the Mastodon. And it is Vader who is now your #1 contender to the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Nick Bockwinkel is on notice that Vader is coming back for the belt. All right, so the other thing I don't do much, but I will do is I will put that file also on the Sports Simulations and Replays Facebook group in the files section. That link is also in the chat, so you can either get it from Discord on Grant's page, or you can get it from the Facebook page. But thank you to everybody who comes out tonight. GWF Promoter, Salvador America, Joseph Colella, welcome to you, sir. Derek Bauman, Joseph Hinkle, good crowd tonight. Carl Zilla, in with us earlier on in the evening. Frank Wayne Scott. A good time was had by all. 3 really good matches here tonight. Cleveland baseball fan 879. Always a pleasure, Tim, to have you as part of the broadcast as well. G-Puck. Oh gosh, G-Puck came and went, and I missed that totally. Thank you, G-Puck, for coming out tonight. And let's see, who else did I miss? I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. Thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstile, as RJL would say. And we'll be on the air next week with another broadcast. Let me see who's up next week. Next week it will be Patriot Championship Wrestling on the channel, with Ed Strangler Lewis defending against Kurt Angle in a rematch for the Patriot Heavyweight Championship. So until then, this has been a great night. Thank you for everybody for showing up. And that's our stream, and I am out of here.